fuck yourself. That was then. This is now, bitch. It's a whole new set of rules. It's Monday. If you ain't waking up with a taste of blood in your fucking mouth like a shark 5 feet from the shore, you fucked up. You understand? Because Monday is when you go. Everybody else is like, still the weekend. You fucking go.
Motivation Monday. I know that guy.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, that guy right there is the Mr. Sean Harvey from the Sean Harvey Morning Show.
You already know that, and I know that guy right there. That's the New York king. That's the New York king of everything in comedy. Okay.
Let me tell you something. What's been happening for the last, I don't know, a couple months. First of all, everybody that's going to be tuning in today, Motivation Monday. Apologies. We had some technical difficulties last week. Personal stuff with people, so couldn't get the band back together. So we played, I guess, a recap or whatever. But we're back. Shout out to Amir Silly, the third number 3 of the crew, who's actually enjoying some me time. You know, Amir deserves it. Amir's on a cruise or something. He deserves it. You know what I'm saying? May he get stung by a bisexual jellyfish.
Yeah.
That's very funny. Anyway, welcome to Motivation Monday. Sean Harvey, your boy Talent. We'll be bringing in a special guest in about 10 minutes or so. As soon as they Prophet Pete, super producer, text me when she's in the backstage area, and I'll properly introduce her and bring this young lady in. But in the meantime, let's recap the weekend, which is, I was about to say, for the last couple of months, the weekend has been stirring up these topics in my brain to bring on to the shows, right? And this weekend's no different. So before we get to this topic and how it got there, how was your weekend, man? Take me through your weekend. Did you have one like me that's supposed to start on like a Thursday or Wednesday or something? Because it was a holiday weekend.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's the same thing. It was a holiday week. It almost threw me off because we always running and ripping and then of course Thanksgiving superseded a lot of the running and ripping around. But yeah, I had a great weekend. I squeezed in a private event, and I also turned down the show on New Year, Thanksgiving. And the funny thing about it, I turned down the show because I thought it was too far, wasn't enough money. Whatever reasons, we couldn't get it together. And the next day, the day before the show, they had a shooting at the club. Unfortunately, nobody got hurt or killed or whatever, but it canceled the show. So I turned down the show that got canceled anyway because the night before in the club, everybody wanted to pull out their guns out and shoot.
That's that comedian intuition. Good shit.
Yeah, no question about it. And then Thanksgiving was all good, family time, almost like an Amir Silly thing as well. Some me time. I got a chance just to chill with the fam and sat to the corner by myself for a few hours. And that's the one thing that before we talk about what you had did this weekend. I did a private show, but I feel so comfortable, New York King, to be just chilling by myself.
Get out of here.
Just chilling. There was pockets of the weekend where I was by myself and it was all good. Grabbed the remote control, watched some TV, watched some social media, did some studying, worked on some jokes, and just had a good time. So in the mix of all the running and ripping for the Thanksgiving holiday, there was also some moments, those little pockets where I was by myself and comfortable being by myself and enjoying myself.
Nice.
So shout out to people who are comfortable with themselves, by themselves, without a lot of the codependency that we do because we can't just be in our own space for a certain period of time. So shout out to the people that are comfortable in their own skin and during the holiday weekend, because that's another challenge because you think that you can, because it's the holiday, you need to be around everybody.
Okay,
it's crazy. Folks that are comfortable in their own skin.
We talked about that on one of the shows, how, because I got a couple of friends that I know for a fact are like that, like they can't be by themselves, can't be alone. They hate, I don't know what that is. I never could understand that, but I knew people, I like currently 2 or 3 people that's in my circle, they like that. Like, every time I tell them that, they like shake their head like, nah, whatever. But I'm looking at you by example. I'm looking at you live this life. So whatever the case may be. I'm glad you had a good turkey day. I think I had a good one.
Okay.
And I say think, I know it sounds strange, but I say think because I missed the whole shit.
Yeah. I know. I saw you out there on those streets. I know.
I fucked around. I'll tell you what I fucked around, did. And I think this was divine intervention. I think this was God, right? Sometimes God tell you sit your ass down, real talk. But I fucked around, bro. Fuck was I at? We had a show Monday, Kenny Williams show in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Only day I had off was Tuesday, right? That was supposed to be the only day of rest. And Wednesday we had the dugout right there, Yankee Stadium, which was a great show. So my weekend really bled through the week, right? So Monday I'm in Brooklyn, crowded place, East Flatbush. Kenny Williams does once a month. Shout out to Kenny Williams, great crowd, bro. Like my ankle was bothering me and shit. I limp up in this joint because I forgot. I told him I'd do it, then lost track of the dates. So I'm thinking I got 2 days to chill, right? I'm on the couch like, yeah, I'm chill Monday, Tuesday. And somebody hit me, yo, see you at the thing tonight. Tonight? I looked on my phone and shit, I said, fuck. So I had to get up, go do that, which was cool because I had, like I said, Tuesday, I'm gonna go to the barbershop, I'm gonna rest up, do my little errands and shit, get ready for Thanksgiving, all that. I'm happy, I'm home for the holiday, supposedly, allegedly. And I get that rest Tuesday, right? So Wednesday I get up, I got the dope show, I got Fig Man in town, I got Face Man. I called it like a throwback to the Uptown Comedy Club. I had a couple of people, Onika McLean on the show, Christian Comedy Cougar Pop Brew.
Right.
It was just Aldo. It was crazy, right? Dope show. DJ K Swear. So now this is Thanksgiving Eve, this Wednesday. Yeah. So the plan is I'm gonna go home, wake up tomorrow. You know, and you never go to the fam house too early. You know what I mean? Since my mom and grandma died, with my mom and grandma, I'll go there early because I can watch football early and take my time the whole day. But since they're gone, now you're going to households that are kind of like your age demographic, cousins, and you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, that type of shit. I'm gonna start at about 4:30 to 6 o'clock, right? That's my threshold. I get up in the morning, I'm feeling good. I call my boy Rick. I say, yo, Rick, 8? He's like, nah, so let's go to the diner. Bet I'm going some more. I go scoop him. We go to the diner. It's about 10:30. By the time we get back home in the house, it's about almost 12:30. Come back in when I drop him off, say, yo, I'm gonna go over Cuzzo's house for Thanksgiving about 4:35. Be ready. He said, no problem.
Right.
I get in the house, 12:30, feed the dogs. 12:40, I said, let me take my edible. Just be a space cadet for like 5 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Took my edible kick in, Sean. Real talk. No bullshit. I got all my faculties up here because I'm talking, texting niggas, lining it all up the whole day. Yeah, yo, y'all still over there? Y'all cooking? Yeah, all right, coming through, see my house about an hour. I'm talking all this shit. I got it all together. Yeah. Until I go to move. Can't move. I'm stuck on the fucking couch, bro. So now, once I realize, I try to ship up about 30, 40 minutes. I realize ain't happening. I gotta let this highway off, right? So I said, you know what? This is what I'm telling you is going down about 4:30, 4:45. So I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here for the next 4 hours because I gotta leave the house to go to do Truth Lounge. We did a show Thanksgiving night, The Truth. Yeah. I said I gotta leave my house about 9-ish. Should be good. 9 rolls around. 9 o'clock rolls around. I get up in the shower. I'm moving, but I'm not. Get downstairs. Rick's at the door. I look right at the stick. I know I'm fucked up because I said, where's our bag at? He said, remember you left it in Aldo's truck and said you'll get it later in the week. I said, you're right. And I'm sitting there looking real bewildered and shit. I said, yo, fam, I'm being honest with you, man. I can't go to work today. This how stuck I'm. I can't go to work. So I don't go to my family's house for the food. I don't even make it to work. Nigga, I go have a toast that my little local barber, I get back on this fucking couch, be bomb, Thanksgiving done.
Right.
So I miss it, right? So now the next day starts the reboot of the weekend. Friday, I'm in Delaware, concert with Sunshine Anderson. Beautiful night, perfect night. The merch is popping.
No doubt.
Get up the next morning, check out the hotel, and I'll ride back to Jersey, checking a different hotel because we're in West Orange with Marquise, Bumper to Bumper.
Yeah.
Boom, show great, sold out. Mad people come out, seeing people I ain't seen in a while, blah, blah, blah. Headline, Jay's hosting, Crush City.
Yeah.
Boom, go back to the hotel, get some sleep. Your girl was stranded, Kiva D. Shout out to Kiva D from came from Baltimore. She was on that show opening for me and had a whole bunch of transportation problems. So we ended up having a babysit her. We ain't did that shit in a while, you know, comedy, thug out comedy 101. You know, we got the double bed room, you got to sit in the room, don't worry about it, anybody can touch you. Grown ass woman.
Yeah.
Wake up the next day, check out, go to the diner. While I'm at the diner, I'm setting up the next room where we're going to stay because now we got New Brunswick.
Yeah.
Go to New Brunswick. Dumb show. Crazy. And the dope thing about Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, merch city, baby. Merch city. You know what I mean? I always like to run out of shit, bro. That just brightens my heart because that's more money in the kitty to get more shit. And everything's good. Shout out to everybody on the show at the Stress Factory last night. Prophet Pete, do me a favor, bring my guest in while I'm speaking. At least,
it's one good thing. It's one good thing about your story. At least you were local. I remember I did. I was away for Thanksgiving. I did Jonathan Gates' room on a Wednesday. Boston, and that was on Thanksgiving Eve. And then had to drive 100 miles away to the next show on Thanksgiving night. My Thanksgiving was on the highway driving from one place to the next. At least your odyssey was right at home. And for you to call out of work was well deserved because that's something you don't do. For that Thursday night, that is so good. So I think you did have a Thanksgiving.
Man, I think I did because of the peace. Like I said, being with yourself, by yourself, the peace of it all. I want them to eat that up because, I got the dog, so I'm good. I eat that shit up, bro. I love it to death. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. First of all, welcome to the show. This is Ms. Renee from the VA.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How you doing?
Ms. Renee?
You had me at stuck.
How was your turkey day?
I was stuck.
You were stuck too?
I saw no family on Turkey Day, and I made my own turkey, so I was already good. I had already made everything because even if you go to somebody's house and it's something just not quite right, you want your own anyway. So I had already cooked my own, so I was good. I was home.
Well, I'm glad to hear that part. A lot of football this week. A lot of NBA. This was a man when it came to sports, man. When it came to sports, they did this week. This is the best I've seen because you got how I remember we used to get 1 or 2 games on Thanksgiving football. You have 3 now. Then they came back with a joint on Friday with my Jets, right?
Yeah.
Then they came back with the NBA onslaught with It was just, I loved it. Man. Yeah. I mean, you can't be mad at that. Now, the only thing I am mad at is that I hit Renee hour and a half before the show and said, can you pop in here? Because what I'm about to say, I need a woman to bear witness and then also get that POV from their mindset. So let me take it to my last spot. Last night, I'm at the Stress Factory. Now, when I tell you, certain nights I have these great lineups that when I have a great lineup, for me, a guy who hosts a lot of shit, you love when you can kick your gear and cruise control because you got them kind of comedians around you. I ain't got to worry. I ain't got to over-talent the fucking situation. You know what I mean? I just present them. And they so good, they make me look great too, right? So it's one of those nights. I got the girl Amber Jones out of Indianapolis. I got fucking Kiva D's there from Baltimore, Florida. I got fucking Walter Williams from Black Ink.
Yeah.
I got my man Lamar Todd from fucking Philly. Great lineup. And then the two new jacks that Tommy Too Smooth throw up, crush it too. You know what I'm saying? I got it's just fantastic. Everything's like great. You know what I mean? Now,
Right.
show's going on now. Tommy's front part is about 35, 40 minutes. Then he brings me up, and I got to bring up the featured act. It brings me up. First person I bring, I do a great intro real quick, get it popping. I bring up Walt, want to do another show, so I promise I get him up early. So he's the first guy I bring up. Walt is killing it. Out of nowhere, there's about 200 people in the room.
Right.
Out of nowhere, this lady towards the back starts heckling, like, but it ain't even real heck. Like, when you yelling shit out and you don't make sense, you just look stupid. Like, it ain't even. Me and Sean, we deal with this show all the time. We had no problem dealing with a heckler. But the lady was yelling shit at me, no sense. So now I'm like getting upset because I'm like, this ain't that kind of movement. This is the Stretch Act. This is one of the most reputable comedy clubs in the fucking world. What are you yelling about? And he's trying to get through that last bit before you come off. And, you know, he said a couple of things, hit her, blah, blah, blah. But she keeps, and she's standing up to the point, arm in the air, whatever the fuck she talking about. So I get closer and closer. When I can't take it no more, I get closer and closer so he can see me and let me know, like, all right, wrap it up. Like, let me handle this lady because we got a lot more show, right? So as soon as he gets up, I go right up there, right? And I said, hey, give it up for Walt. Everybody clap it. DJ cut the music. I said, hey, the loud bitch. Right next to the table. They started laughing, right? I go, yo, the fuck are you doing? I said, yo, you can't just be yelling shit out, blah, blah. I said, you don't want to be the show. You keep doing that, you're going to become the show. You don't want that. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Self-esteem up. You ain't going to be able to sleep tonight. You don't want that. So she does it again. She's jumping up, talking back to me. So now I said, let me just let her. Okay, what are you saying? I want to hear your piece because it's got to be crucially important, right? That bitch said, 26 years as a motherfucking nurse, and men are the worst patients. I said, hey, quick question. The fuck that got to do with anything? The dude ain't talking about nothing. He say nothing about nurse, nothing about bad medical, nothing. The man talking about his girlfriend trying to get his cock sucked. The man said nothing to do with a nurse and a patient. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, maybe I missed something. Let me recap. So I started talking about shit. I talked about the shit we've seen so far this night. None of it add up for you to be talking about nurse. And I said, yo, matter of fact, it ain't just me, man. These people pay to see a show. I said, matter of fact, on the count of three, let's all tell her to shut the fuck up. You know, 1, 2, 3, the whole place, 20 people. Shut the fuck up. Bitch felt stupid, sat down. We ain't hear from the bitch again, right?
Yeah.
Now, a problem was, there's a man at this table. There's 4 people at this table. There's 2 men, 2 women. One of them got to be your brother, your man, your coworker, anything. Not one man reached over to check this lady and publicly like, yo, sis, chill, blah, 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 right? And this is something I've seen. It made me real irate, and it made me flash back to a couple other things that happened this year. It made me say, like, what the fuck is wrong with the men? Where's the man's backbone? We used to be able to check each other in situations like this. I found this very super disturbing because I understand that we got the climate going on now where ERA and the women's movement and blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck you make $10 more than me at the office, 5 less than me. I give a fuck about none of that. What I do care about is us as human beings, especially our culture, Black men and women, not being able to hold each other down and be like, yo, you wow. I don't know if he's having a high reaction. I don't know if she's having a drunk reaction. I don't know if she's mentally ill. I don't know. But if you're with that person, somebody, and I put it on men because if it was a table all women, I'll put it on the girlfriends. But you got men sitting at the table and nobody gonna go, hey, yo, oh, come here, for me, man. What's going on? Because it was real insane, that it didn't match up. Because it's one thing if you're heckling and yelling because you're offended by something, not even on the same wavelength. But it was such a spectacle. And I guess what really picked me showing the most, which really made it made me perturbed, is we had, where her table was, we had company. You know how we say, we had company. We had two tables of white people. One is 6 or 7 people, and one is 4 or 5 people. And she was like kind of behind both of those, kind of, like a V, like, and I'm looking at them. Everybody's doing this shit. Like, yo, somebody shut this bitch up, like security, whatever. And I'm like, yo, bitch, we got company too? Like, so she was really aggravating. But my question is, what's going on with our backbone? What's going on with the man in 2023, about to be 24? Where have our backbone go? Do you think that we've become super submissive because of this climate change?
Well, first of all, shout out to you, Miss Renee. Right, I want to make sure I get that right. Right, God. Well, welcome to the show, young lady, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now with the woman at the comedy show, that her yelling out was just the product of her environment. This is the type of woman that's probably self-centered anyway, wants all the attention. Because she's in a room with 200 people, now the attention is not on her, because it seems like with this type of person and people that are like that, they need to have the spotlight on them, whether they're at a comedy show, at the restaurant, they're the loudest person at the club. So I think that there was a lot of self-centeredness with this woman, and this woman was actually being obnoxious, and that's what that was all about, because she just couldn't be a team player for that night and just enjoy the show because she had that look at me syndrome. Now, to the fellas that are sitting at the bar, in the seats with her, at the table with her, it's very disappointing. I tell you why. Because a lot of men today, it's a lot of feminine men out there. There's a lot of soft men. Some men are soft right now. And some men just can't just take the lead. And the lack of respect from women as to men is an all-time high. And I think, like us men, we have a part to play in that. We're very we don't want to lead no more. For some reason, some men don't want to lead no more. Some men are very indecisive. I bet you those dudes at the table that last night was very indecisive. And their soul is like, yo, sit down and shut the fuck up. But they couldn't do it because they're not built like that no more. And it's very emotional. Us men have become very emotional when it comes down to just simple requests. So now, when a woman starts up and starts yelling, and just like in this situation, this scenario you talk about, a man just can't just say, "Hey, yo, listen, let's calm down. Wait till the show's over. Like right now, you're being disrespectful. You're being annoying," because we just are not built like that. And I'm not saying all men, but there's a small percentage of men, especially men that are in relationships, that are just not built like that. And then, oh, God forbid, New York King, if we scream on a chick and we make our point without being so emotional, then we need to be canceled. Now we're doing something wrong. So I think that when you talk about lack of backbone, to me, that's a lack of leadership. Because it's weird, man. And we live in the times now that if I chop it up with my wife, listen, I'm gonna take the lead in this. It's like it's got to be questioned. The thing is, where's the masculinity? See, women are attracted to masculinity, but when they get a masculine man, then there's a problem. But then when a man is feminine, it's because there's some men that got feminine features and feminine tendencies. They're real soft. Then women want to walk all over them.
The metrosexuals. We call them metrosexuals. They're a little more meticulous with, getting nails
What, the
clean,
1900s?
gloss on the nails, the pedicure, Aldo with his eyebrows. That's the real feminine shit. But I get that. I'm not even, you know what? When that shit came out and became a thing, I wasn't mad at that because my best buddy is Quincy, right? So Quincy was one of them niggas. Like, you see Quincy out, you like, God damn, you checking this nigga out like, yo, where you get your cufflinks, my nigga? Where you get the bow tie? Where you get the da-da-da? That suit is pop. Blah, blah. You go to that nigga house, that shit filthy and unarranged and fucking Oscar Madison. But he know where everything is, right? Because he junked it up. But my thing is, I gave into that saying, you know what? I can't be mad at a nigga because he want to look fly or he want to be clean or he want the best cologne. Or, you can have all that fresh line, stay tight, go to get his skin. I'm not mad at that. But what I am mad because masculinity is a mentality.
Yes.
And a persona that you naturally wear. So if I get my nails done, that shouldn't make me soft. I should still be these same hands with the nail polish and everything, punch you in the motherfucking face. that shouldn't change because you did my nails. Now my hands gonna stay like this. Now I don't want to hit
right.
I shouldn't do none of that shit. So it's a mindset, and I get it. You're right, Sean. There's a crop growing out here, if you will, of non-masculine motherfuckers. But I didn't even look at that like when I say check. I didn't even look at it in a masculine form. I looked at it like that's your role. You know how many homosexual niggas I know still tough?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Come on.
But take it to let's go outside, nigga. Like,
you still a dude.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. And nowadays, when you look at the clubs, more of the fights are women. You women are fighting us out in public. Y'all got us outnumbered 8-1 in fights. Yeah. When I was coming up, all the way through my 30s, anytime a fight popped off in a club or any type of venue or whatever, security had to fucking get these two big niggas apart. Now it's women, and then guess what? You see men standing there watching this.
Those are the men dressed like women.
No, women are fighting, right? Women are fighting. More you could ask any club security of clubs and ask them, how many fights have you had this year in here? And was it men or women? I guarantee you, these days, all of these fights, everywhere I've been, women been going at each other stupid hard. Used to be the guys.
They are the guys dressed as women.
But go back to your thing with the original question. What do you feel about this conversation? What's your thoughts on us holding each other accountable and checking each other in these public situations, especially?
You asking me, right?
Yes.
So unfortunately, I actually had this conversation. Like, where are the men that even have their own places to stay these days? They're living off women, and I'm not understanding. I understand you doing things together, but really, if the woman is doing good, the man is always in her space. So where it comes from, unfortunately, society makes us have to do it. We're the leaders of education, and then, okay, let me take this back. Let me tell you this, T. I just got back. You saw me riding around. Maybe I'm in that, it's not landing the plane, but I'm riding around in the city because I'm going to go out of the country tomorrow. Opportunity of a lifetime, right? But I'm looking at all this new construction and everything is being rented. Like, they are not building things for people to personally buy. Like, the society is going to make you have to rent, or they're going to make you have to go to electric, or they're going to make you have to do certain things to even make men direct their livelihoods because they were raised around women most of the time, and not saying that taking a pedicure, I get it, but a lot of times they don't know where to go because uncles aren't around, coaches aren't around as much as they need to be. And it really takes those little steps. You know how it was with you and voting for the very first time. And you was adamant about not being a voter. And I was adamant about why you should. Even if you didn't think it made sense or it didn't make a difference, it did. You know, and every little thing makes a difference. It's kind of like May saying, like Dwight Howard, everything matters. Everything.
So, you know, you ain't answered shit I asked you.
Yeah, for real, for real.
I don't know
No,
what
I
the fuck.
haven't.
Now you sound like that lady last night.
Right, right.
The fuck are we talking about?
Right.
Well, because my signal kept going out, so I'm trying to think. I was trying to catch up.
You know what I noticed what she said, T, right in the beginning, as soon as she started talking.
Men were living with women.
Yeah, men are living with women, and men are this and women are that. That is totally not the point here.
Right. Yeah,
Just because a man is living with a woman, and the woman is the let's just say the lease or the mortgage is underneath her name, that has nothing to do with his masculinity as a man.
Then you went into your neighborhood where they renting shit out. Oh, hey, we're not looking for an apartment. We looking for fucking answers. How the fuck you go to?
Wait a minute, I was going back to Sean. He was making the point again. I told you my signal went out, so I'm understanding it now. It's not about masculinity. It's about being forced to do certain things that make y'all have these type of conversations.
Being forced to do things.
Because, as far as having to take control of certain things, and it's not taken away from a man's masculine, him being masculine. It's the fact that if I have to, or you still want a woman to be a woman, right? But I am on that mortgage. I am the one taking care of most of the things, but you still want me to be, and I still want to be a woman. I want to be submissive. But then sometimes where's the balance? It's all about balance for real. So it's not taken away from a man being a man.
One thing ain't got nothing to do with the other. Some shit is just, as a human being, you're going to have to pay bills. You're going to have to have a mortgage. You're going to have to have rent, whatever the case may be. That ain't got nothing to do with making me more of a man and you less of a woman or vice versa. Right. That's a totally different thing. What we're saying here is,
yes,
as men and women, forget what your bills are and all that shit. Just as who you are as a fucking human being. As a man, I'm a man, you're a woman. Right. As us being men and women, something has gotten disconnected over the years where for some reason people feel like they can't correct each other, hold each other down, say, hey, babe, you're wrong here. Or you go, hey, babe, calm the fuck down, you wrong here. Whatever the case may be, I'm seeing a trend of like that right there, what I described, there's no way I'm sitting at the table. Even, you ain't even got to be my girl, but you're a woman at the motherfucking table. Ain't no way I'm letting you embarrass me and my peeps at this table acting a fucking fool like that.
Right.
I'm walking you outside. Excuse me, y'all. My bad. She's a little, we had a few drinks before we got here. Sorry, but whatever the fuck I'm going to say to cool a situation to go, don't do that. What are you doing?
Right.
You look crazy as fuck right now. And it's how we always say, people always had a joke about, you know, when if somebody see you out in public and you got something fucked up on, they go, your friends let you come out here like that? Them ain't real friends. Shit like that. When we grew up, that's what friends were for. Like, motherfuckers pull your coat, not just this type of shit I'm talking about now, but anything that was out of bounds, your girlfriend had not take a fucking hesitation moment, Renee, and go, Renee, no, girl, you ain't doing that tonight.
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask y'all as comedians, may I ask a question? When did they take booing out of comedy shows if you suck?
Oh, no, they didn't.
No, they never did that. People are still booing.
Okay.
T, you know what it's called? It's called.
That's a good question, though, but niggas are still booing.
Because but if people really suck, you just don't really hear people, you gotta be, politically correct about bullshit these days.
I will say this, Renee, what you have, and this is the honest to God truth. See, Sean and I we organically work just about everywhere. So 75% of everywhere, you still might get some shit thrown at you. You get booed. curse the fuck out. Maybe upstage by sometimes the heckler funnier than your ass, right?
Yeah.
Get your ass off and show you up. But there are those few places who don't want it there. Like usually comedy clubs, they come on with the little disclaimer, keep your table talk down. Da, 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 da. Now, if you get in there and you're going back and forth, blah, blah, security will come over, tap you, give you a warning, or maybe escort your ass out if you're too unruly. Because when you're under the influence, I don't even think people understand how unruly it is. It's one thing to go back and forth and we make fun out of it. You know what I mean? It's a whole other thing when you got 200 people to pay $45, $50 to see a show and you're disrupting said show. People are going to be more mad at you than anything because, bitch, you fucking up my show. And I said that to the lady. I said, yo, first I said, you don't want to be the show. I said, more importantly, people have paid their hard-earned money to come in. This is a good show. It ain't like don't get me wrong. I've been to shows where you hit them dead spots and niggas is corny and people do that. Okay, let's get them off. Let's reboot. Boom, boom, boom. Because I understand why that nigga's loud at the bar. Because this nigga's corny. I understand. But this nigga's on a roll. This nigga's fine. This girl's just standing up. At first, I'm thinking she's her because I can't hear it first. I'm thinking what she's yelling is going along what he's saying. Like either like, yeah, nigga, that's right. We did that. I'm thinking it's that type of shit. And I'm like, okay, he's gonna work his way through and figure it out because he's ripping. But when you really listen to it and it kept going on, I'm like, what is she talking about?
Yeah.
What was she drinking? Dark or light?
Well, one thing about Miss Renee, I'm telling you, in the New York circuit, they are booing up here. Trust me.
Okay.
But my whole thing is back to what you're talking about, T. That new movement, that pocket. It's called female masculinity. It's the reverse. Female masculinity. A lot of females feel that they can go toe to toe with a man, chest bump, talk like a dude. And to me, like that brings down now I'm losing respect for you. I'm losing respect for you because I'm a man. There's different emotional attachments for men than women. Women are more emotional. Men are more straightforward. But if you're gonna sit and get in my face and start articulating your feminine masculinity, we got a problem.
Where's your line at, Sean? When you put your hand on
it? When I do what?
Where is your line? Everybody got a line that none of us want to hit a woman. Ain't nobody else hit that shit, right? Nobody. I tell my sons, I got 3 sons. I got 3 daughters and 3 sons. So I'm this shit. I'm the balance, right? I'm that fucking thing in the courtroom, the bitch with the scale. So I got the boys and the girls, and my whole time bringing the boys up, don't you touch these fucking girls. You know what I'm saying? But in the same token, you little bitches chill the fuck out too.
Yo, T, I gotta walk away when the finger. When this start happening, that's when I gotta walk away. When women do this,
I walk away to all the shit. But where's that line? Where you black? Let's put it that way. You black because right now you got sense, and we go like you said. Right now you talking with your sense. Like, you know what? I'm walking away. She's pointing all in my face. This is ugly. I'm walking away. Yeah. He's got his senses. But when you black, there's that thing that makes anybody be human. No, fuck. I'm not one of them dudes on TV, sugarcoated. You should never do the fuck out of here. You're a human being, and you will black. She will black. He will black. They're human. They black. I know for a fact if you fucking spit on me.
Oh my God. You want to know what women fun is? When we like, when you hear that deep from a woman, oh, we done. We done for the day. If we don't want to argue.
Well, I thank you for your 2 cents. Hey, listen, Renee is on her way to, where you going, Kenya?
Yeah, me in Kenya.
Wow.
In a few hours.
You know what's funny? You don't even know where the fuck you go. Like how long? You said, I don't know, 5, 6, 7.
Isn't that the life? Isn't that what we all supposed to do? Just get up and live life and keep on moving the opportunity.
Days out sooner than later, because that's how that African booty scratch gets you. You get to scratching that booty, your ass will be stuck over there. Next thing you know, where Renee at? clip to a fucking laundry basket on your head going to lunch.
But she's not in Virginia Beach. She died in the motherland. Or I'm gonna find me a Hakeem. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going, you know, or what's his name? Arsenio Hall.
Yeah.
One of them niggas. I'm gonna find somebody.
Well, let's have fun for both of us. Throw a
I
couple
will.
drinks back for both of us. And hey, if you don't do nothing else, Renee, rock out with your fucking cock.
Never mind. I was about to go there.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
You, baby.
Safe travel.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so back
And
to
that goes back to when back in the day, a few years back, when, like, just say for example, was Father's Day, and a lot of women would get on the horn on social media, wish me happy Father's Day.
Yeah,
I'm the father too. I'm the father too. To me, that is so disrespectful. You're a great mother. You're the greatest mother on earth. You're not a father.
So I always say this. This is the problem. Since I've been alive, I've heard this phrase more times than not, is a woman somewhere, some way, somehow say, ooh, oh, I wish I had a dick for a week. Give me a dick for a week. You never heard a nigga go, oh, I could have a vagina for 2 days.
Right.
I'll show you bitches. I will show you bitches how you've been mismanaging your fucking pussy. Give me your pussy for 2 days. Watch me work. Get out my way. Watch me work. Anyway, that was Renee from Virginia. Renee from VA. She's on her way to Africa. I thought that, you know, because sometimes when you get on these male-female conversations, you do want that insight from the other sex, right? But as you can see, that shit went nowhere. Like, she totally.
That went.
I don't know what the fuck she was answering. Like, we trying to figure this shit out from the club last night, and this bitch telling me they renting condominiums down there.
Yeah, I was hoping for some knowledge, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you want? Do you want women want a masculine man that want to lead, that turns you on, but then when a man becomes masculine, like you talk about, which is definitely a mindset, then we got a problem. And then women jump into their feminine masculinity and then go back and forth, chest to chest. That's why some men have become submissive to the feminine. The men are becoming feminine because it was a perfect example last night at the show. You're right. It could have been her brother, her husband, her boyfriend, whatever. That was the moment when the man should take the lead. Yo, bitch, you got shut the fuck. Yo, sit down.
Neither one did. Now, here's my worry with situation, because you and I know, Sean, we done been to 1,000 shows and we done seen 1,000 comedians, and we know comedians that will handle that different. Shout out to Walt the Wiz from Black Ink Crew. Walt handled that shit. I've been doing it longer than Walt, and it was making, and I was about to black. I was, niggas was laughing and loved how I handled all that. And I couldn't even enjoy the excellent humor part of how I handled it, because I was really mad. So everybody's like, nah, nigga, that shit was dope. I said, yeah, but I'm still mad. Fuck that. I know what I did, and I know I handled it, but I'm still mad because that's how people mad, because that's our people, period. We got company in the room. And then I'm looking at the dudes like, you gotta know this is not right and this is off the fucking wall. You just gotta. And like I said, we know comics that wouldn't have handled it the same way. This motherfucker played it off, right? He's talking about a relationship joke. He said, I'm gonna end on this joke. And he's talking about his girl. And he was like, yo, women love y'all to death, y'all the best at this, that, and the other. He said, your timing. He said, your timing be fucked up. He's trying to make a joke, right? Your timing be fucked up. So this bitch is yelling while he's saying this shit, right? He say like this. He don't even look at the bitch. He go, see, like this bitch right here yelling out? Yeah. Not the right time. And everybody fucking lost it. It was funny as fuck. Then he goes deeper, he gets through the joke, and he's kind of yelling over her to get through it, which I didn't like. But they got the crowd, they rocking. And then he goes, she wouldn't shut up. So he goes, at the end, he goes, you know what? I think you just need a hug. I'm gonna give you a hug. You put the mic in the holster, comes off the stage, all the way to the back of the room, hugs this way. and then comes back. You'll see him clap a little bit, comes back, bitch still talking.
Oh man.
So now I'm at the edge of the stage so he can see me, so he can get the fuck off, give him the thing so I can handle his handles. It's got to stop. I got 4 more comedians. This has got to stop now.
Yeah.
And then I'm mad after that because that time I'm on the side, before I heard the heckling, I'm on the side actually picking 3 things I want to work on real quick.
Yeah.
You know, I got seasonal jokes I love to work on. So I'm like, you know, it's Thanksgiving weekend, they're gonna be perfect. I'm gonna do this, da. I ain't get to do none of that shit. I gotta go up there now and play this other guy to put the foot down to da. And basically I'm doing what the 2 miniature table should did, and I didn't have to do it from the stage. And the biggest, saddest part of it at the end of the day, first of all, when I did that, when that 200 people in the room thunderously loud said, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Down. And she sat down, Sean, said nothing else the rest of the show. And now, just as you're trying to get over it towards it, fast forward another hour, the show's over, as they leave, and especially the 12, 15 white motherfuckers on 2 tables, thank you so much, because, you know, she's right behind us and was ruining the show and we couldn't hear. And I know this already, but to hear it again, I'm like,
yeah. See, that's why in those situations, like, this is one of those, in the lack of a better word, put your foot down, or just everything got to be done on site. For those men, that was that moment you whisper into that woman's ear, sit down, or I'm done. We're leaving. We're out of here. I don't even want to deal with you right now because you're embarrassing yourself.
And me.
And you're making it uncomfortable for everyone. So listen, this is what we're going to do. We're done. We're leaving. Oh no, I ain't going nowhere. All right, I'm over there. I'll see you later. And walk away. Because sometimes we need to do this. I mean, it might sound a little extreme, but at least it's showing leadership. You're not being weak and you're not being soft. You asked for a request. It wasn't granted. Then I gotta move on. I can't do this. You're embarrassing me.
Bro.
But then sometimes if you say that to a woman, you can get so heavily criticized. I bet you there's some arguments that I've had with my wife and you had with your lady that if it was recorded and it was on social media, the whole world would say, oh, get rid of them two. Get rid of them.
But not only that, Sean, when you go to somebody's house, this Thanksgiving weekend, so it was a lot of people at people's houses. That's what this whole weekend, this holiday is about. You go to my house and you acting unruly, they asking you to leave.
Yes.
If I go in there, you just say, your wife, I'm with a girlfriend, we go in there, and one of us counterparts is off maybe they had one too many Tito's or Casamigos or whatever, but you start saying outlandish shit or moving outlandishly, somebody gonna be like, yo, man. That's all I need, because we all know we got that family member that ain't gonna handle it diplomatically like I'm saying right now. Right now I'm coming to you diplomatically. Sean, your wife, she wilding me. Can you know, for
right.
You know what I'm saying, before grandma come down, or grandma mouth reckless. Before grandma come, because she's
but see, but that's that man-to-man communication. But here's the turbulence with it. If we approach our partners and share this information, here come that feminine masculinity. Don't tell me what to do. F you. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa, I'm trying to save us from you so we can not embarrass ourselves for the rest of the night. And that's the issue. I think that some men don't want that smoke no more. Some men are just soft. Some men are into the love stories. Some men just are now, you talk about backbone, because that's what this is all about. I think some men, just a small percentage of men, have lost their backbone.
I don't think it's that small, bro. I'm seeing it too much. I'm seeing it too much. If it was small, it would be far and few between. The fact you're seeing it so much, I think the proper word right here, I think men overall in a relationship have decided to digress. I think men have decided to fucking digress, bro. I don't think it's a small percentage no more.
You think so?
Here's my thing. Here's my version of digress.
Oh,
I don't want to be with you no more. If you're the type of person that don't match my persona, we shouldn't be together. What I'm not gonna do, because I'm digressing from the whole situation, from you. I'm not about to be with you and let you run a fucking muck.
Wait a minute, King, New York King, you think that this is a higher percentage of men that are giving? You're basically saying there's a higher percentage of men that are giving up? Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
I know for a fact. I know for a fact. And I'm gonna tell you, like, okay, it's funny because I'm about to go grab a drink after this with Rick, right? Here's the funny thing.
Go 76.
Funny thing is this. There was a time when niggas would front. And when I say front, like married men would front. All my friends and relatives, the males who were married, they would stick, like I'm the asshole. I'm the guy that never got married. So I like to fuck with people all the time. So they would like stick and hold their ground, because I'd be like, yo, this nigga here married, bitch ass nigga, da da da. And they would hold their ground. Nigga, you ain't marriage, nigga, you thug it out, nigga, you soft. Tony Robbins used to do that shit to me, like, you soft, you scared, all that shit. All that little reverse psychology try to get you the fuck out of it. Yeah. But they would at least stick up for the marriage, right? You know what I get a lot of now? From like maybe starting about 2-3 years before COVID to now, which is about 7 years. I get a lot of niggas whispering, you'll ever get married. I get a lot of that.
What they saying? I didn't hear what you said.
Don't, whatever you do, don't ever get married. I get a lot of that now. So first of all, you showing me you're soft because you whispering the shit to me. You're already scared. You ain't even say that with backbone. Yo, my nigga, don't ever get married, my nigga. They don't do that. They go, yo, don't ever get married.
Yo, so New York King, let me ask you this. Now because it just sparked my interest with this. Now you're saying that there's a large percentage of men that are just almost basically giving up. What can the man do to regain? Like if they got to look in the mirror, like Michael Jackson talk about the man in the mirror. Say this man that's feminine in his ways, as far as his lackluster ability of masculinity. If that man was to look in the mirror to change it, to get some masculinity back, because I believe that you can regain that. New York King, what would be some of the suggestions that you would give a man to regain some of that masculinity when he's looking in the mirror and looking through his soul?
Well, first of all, it's like a drug addict. You know what I mean? I think first of all, most of these guys don't see it. I think people have delegated back and digressed to the point of I want peace in my house. Like peace meaning I'm being soft, so I'm not antagonistic. I'm not coming with the attitude. I'm not debating. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not playing devil's advocate because I want peace in the house. If I open my mouth and say I don't like this or this is wrong or we should have did that, it's a fucking argument. And now you're at home renegotiating for some pussy. It's like a drug addict, bro. They teach you in rehab. The first thing you got to do is admit you got a problem.
Oh my God.
I don't think they see they got a problem, Sean. I think that these guys that we're talking about, I think they just see themselves as peacekeepers, if you will.
Oh my God. Is it that bad, King?
It's bad.
Is it that bad?
It's bad. It's real bad, bro. And every time I see it, it irks me. You know what I mean? Like even when my friends like yourself, even my friends like yourself who are married and been married, when I go to their households or their functions or they come around me or we're just around each other, how the person moves around the other part, the better half, or worse,
Yeah.
you want to call it, the other half. How they maneuver around each other tells me everything. When I see, like, my boy, perfect example, my boy Rick, right, who just not too long ago broke up with his lady of, I think they was together 2 years or whatever. Nigga, I had bets on that shit. He know that. I said, nigga, I know this ain't gonna last. This ain't gonna work. Like you are the you the town killer. But this bitch is bossing you around. I said, that ain't gonna last. I could tell it ain't gonna last. You ain't that kind of guy. Like you ain't built like that to be bossed around and thought for, and you know what I mean? And like, nah, go to the store or like this, put that down. You need blue. Like basically just you have no decision making skills no more. You have no power in this shit. You have the power to shut the fuck up and keep the peace. Digress, my nigga, digress. Because like you just said, the nigga reach out, hey babe, don't fucking tell me what to do. We're in a bad place, bro. We're in a bad place.
New York King. New York King. We gotta digress and keep the peace to forfeit our leadership as men.
That's what they doing. I don't agree with it.
I say this. And I know it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna just jump in the fantasy world. I just think that, again, us men, we got a problem with communicating with each other and sharing what we're going through. And we talked about this on this show as well. But I think that men need to start a Facebook group, some kind of meeting, masculine anonymous, get together, get a masculine teacher in, give us the do's and don'ts without being disrespectful in the house. And yo, listen, I know I'm gonna reach again with this. Maybe a little therapy. We need to start the movement of regaining the proper masculinity where we don't have to surrender the peace in the house and still be the man of the house. I'm old school. My father was like my pops. He was the man of the house. My uncles were the man of the house. Like these guys from the 80s and 60s and 70s, they were built like that. They were built like, them Oldsmobiles, those 89 Oldsmobiles and those 225 Buicks with the
straight head-on collision and keep going to work. Here's the funny shit. Here's proof in the pudding. Because I always tell people, when I'm talking facts that I know, I always tell people, you ain't got to believe me. Check the numbers, right? Look at every reality TV show we've put out in the last decade or so. You tell me the man image ain't soft as fuck. Housewives, Basketball Wives, Kardashians, Love and Hip Hop. Every dude is fucking, and the only ones who are not pussy or missing a spleen, the only ones who have a backbone, Sean, they demonize or criminalize. Think about that. And fact check me. Go watch these shows. The little scrappies who's out there, they demonize this nigga and make this nigga the horror of the week. You disrespected the baby mother bill. You got to be that nigga. Like there's no in between. Either I'm the soft nigga coming in there, Basketball Wives, the bitches tell, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Either I'm that nigga, super supportive. Like when you look at what's the one with my girl Candy on, right? When you look at the one with Candy on,
oh yeah, Housewives of Atlanta.
Yo, love her to death. But the little husband is?
Yeah.
When you seen him do some tough shit around that house. And I don't want you to get fucked up thinking it's just little niggas. When you looked at the Kardashians and they were married to basketball players, they had them niggas looking soft. 7-footers walking around the Kardashian household What she said. What she said. That's not men. And the reason why we can't, you brought up a good point, but the reason why we couldn't form this hypothetical group is because if I gotta sit down in a group and tell you niggas how to be masculine, you still ain't gonna be masculine because it's a natural thing. If you don't naturally know your place and as a man, like you said, we move different. Women, God made us this way for a reason. He made the women emotionally attached because how else is she going to be the nurturer of life?
Yes.
How else can she do the tremendous job as a woman she put on earth to do if I take away that? If I give her the same shit you got, mankind would have lasted 50 years.
Yeah, true indeed. I totally agree with you.
So I know what I'm doing. I'm fucking God. I make the nigga this way, the woman this way. Together, you have a unit that can make it happen.
Right.
What you don't have, she got. And what she don't have, you got. Her little hand, they're about to mug y'all in the alley. Her little hand ain't gonna do nothing to this nigga face.
Yes.
Here's what God gave you, the bigger knuckles, to step in, scrap with this nigga, boom, get the purse back, boom. He run off because the man was there to help, blah, blah, blah. Now, don't get me wrong, you got some bitches that could throw with the best of them, but we're talking on a general basis. The average bitch gonna go in that purse, get the little mace, get the little stun gun. You got little things to help her when she's alone and need help. I get all that. But what I'm saying is the proof is in the pudding of what we're talking about here today on Motivation Monday. If you don't believe me, go back and really look at and we, most of our audience is women. So go back, ladies, and look at these shows you watch, these reality shows. Not the regular sitcoms, that's designed to be whatever. They wrote the jokes in it. But reality shows, which is supposed to be based on reality, look how they portray the men. The man is either one or two things. He's never in the middle. These niggas ain't got no fucking backbone. They ain't got, last time I see a nigga come up with an idea on one of these shows. They just that's what you want to do. And this is where we are.
And which was a testament of last night of what you saw in real time and in real life.
Yeah, if you're just joining the show, I know we're about to wrap things up, but this whole thing was spawned on last night's show at the Stress Factory. A young lady was. I wish I could really put. I think that's what bothered me is like I couldn't put my finger on this motherfucker. I think I lost a little sleep on it, but I couldn't put my finger on like what you're yelling out made zero sense. Like I said to her when I finally heard clear what she's yelling at, I'm like, well, what that got to do with anything? Nobody said nothing to disrespect the medical profession, the medical industry, nurses. I'm 26 years nursing. Men make the worst patients. Okay. I ain't gonna argue that shit. I believe it. Sounds true to me. But why the fuck are you standing up, yelling that out to us? Has nothing to do with. I just finished talking about oxtails with a bitch and stuffing. So, hope everybody had a great Turkey Day weekend, man. As you can see, Sean Harvey, myself did. And then we bring Renee in there. Renee do the same motherfucking thing. Renee went. What do you think, Renee? I think they putting up these houses. You got to rent.
Yeah.
This minute, you ain't gonna be able to buy nothing.
That's right. That's it. That's what we got from her.
Talking about these niggas who live with women. In closing, let me say this. Let me give my spew on that part.
Yeah, that.
Because she brought up that for a minute. Niggas, women, and living, basically leeching and living off the women, aka sponsors, right? Well, how about you stop letting them do that? Because ain't no nigga just doing it. Somebody's allowing it to be done.
Right.
I live in it by myself, bro. Like the dogs. But if I came home one day, coming off the road, got my bags from my bags, and there's a nigga on my couch with the remote. Yo, who is this nigga? And even after I find out who the nigga is, bro, you gotta get out. Fuck. So before we deal with that, let's deal with how did they get there? What that song that girl had? How did You get here. How the fuck did he get there?
Right.
We blaming the nigga. Don't get me wrong. I got a couple of them friends too, and I be getting in their ass every chance I get, saying, man, how are you comfortable as a man knowing you ain't got shit? She got everything. I would never be comfortable like that. I would never get a good night's sleep knowing this could throw me out at any time. I ain't got no rights. That fuck out of here. This is why we work as hard as we do to have. I always say this: if you did it right, you worked the first half of your life. You did what you had to do, so you can get to a point in life in a position. Now you can do what you want to do.
Want to do, yes, true.
This has been Motivation Monday. That's Sean Harvey. I'm your boy Talon Harris. Amir's on vacation. We hopefully got through to somebody, one person, two person, I don't know. And we'll be back on our bullshit next Monday. Stay motivated. Again, like I just said in closing, you got to first know you have a problem to fix any of it. So fellas out there, this show's dedicated to you and your spine and your backbone or lack thereof. Prophet Pete,
Shout out to you.
Salute to you, King. See you next Monday, King, for Motivation Monday. Sean Harvey Morning Show. Your boy Talent, Amir Silly. This is how we get down. Yay!
It's Monday, cocksuckers, and you better come prepared because they don't fuck around on Monday. Monday, most people come in, I had such a great weekend. Oh my God, go fuck yourself. That was then. This is now, bitch. It's a whole new set of rules. It's Monday. If you ain't waking up with extra blood in your fucking mouth like a shark 5 feet from the shore, you fucked up. You understand? Because Monday is when you go everywhere else in life. Still, the weekend.